What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And today, man, we're gonna play this clip of Stephen A. Smith on First Take today, as he's doing his job, and his job is defined by him. No matter how cool you are with Stephen A. Smith, he's going to rip into that ass. Oh yeah, he's going to play both sides because he knows, just like anybody else knows, that when it comes to him doing his job, he's going to call it out like he sees it. And why I really want to harp on this is because this is the same message that I have been stressing ever since Deion Sanders and his sons made their debut against TSU. I'm going to play this clip, but before I play this clip, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. Now, let's get into this clip, as it seems that Stephen A. Smith, to call out Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur Sanders for their shenanigans, and not too many people in the media are doing this, but let's go by this. Let's pull this video up and go play by play.
It's an absolute disgrace. Unacceptable.
Oh, it's an absolute disgrace. So you mean to tell me that there are black people in the media who can criticize Deion Sanders and his son on their performances, and it be totally okay, right? Now, I just want to get that on the record now, because it seems that whenever I make these type of videos, I'm looked at as a hater versus a person who just sees sports, for the way it is and how the game is played. But let's keep going.
Fact of the matter is, Colorado came into this game 13-point favorites, okay, and got outscored by a 13-point underdog.
That don't mean nothing, man. Football is football. I hate when we heap all of this praise onto a team who does not deserve it. What about Deion Sanders and his son makes you guys feel like he deserves to be in all the limelight, and there are several other black coaches who aren't getting noticed at all? I think I just read something with Eddie George, and he just came out and voiced his frustrations on it, right? But here we go, highlighting Deion Sanders and his son Shedeur Sanders because it's popular to do, and nobody really wants to just come out and say the flat out truth. But Stephen A. Smith, his boss man gonna make sure that he buck dance like he can't buck dance no more. And it seems to be that he's calling out Shedeur Sanders, and I love every bit of this because this is the message that I have been preaching. This does not make you a hater because you see the game from a different lens that other people choose not to see, because they see it. They just choose not to believe it, right? Let's keep going.
I believe that Deion Sanders is a coach. I think he's a hell of a coach. He needs some dogs, as he told us. He's about 7 or 8 dogs away, but here's the problem. The players got caught up in the shine their coach generated.
Now, you guys heard what he just said. I'm going to play it again in case it went over y'all heads, okay? I'm going to play it again, all right?
Players got caught up in the shine.
The players got caught up in the shine, and I've been making these videos and telling you guys that the players are trying to live through Deion Sanders, right? They are trying to live through Deion Sanders. The only thing is Deion Sanders backed it up. The only thing is Deion Sanders is a proven Super Bowl champion. So, I mean, he has bragging rights. He literally walked it like he talked it. But you got the team, you got his sons. All they care about is the limelight, the flashlight. And that's why I'm glad he called them out and said, do you guys love the game or do you like the game, right? You got to have a love for this type of game because I love this thing. That's what he said, right? But I just want you guys to know that that's the same message that Stephen A. Smith is preaching right now. Is the same message I've been saying. But I get all this hate and flack, and I'm like, bro, the truth is these boys are spoiled. They're riding their daddy coattails, and they have to earn it first. Earn it. Go out there and win big, man. Go win you a bowl game or two, and and then get to talking, man. You guys came out the rip talking. You know what I mean? And I just feel like Stephen A. Smith is doing his job and calling them out. We're gonna see if Shannon Sharp call his friend Deion Sanders out with all that damn makeup he wearing in studio, looking like a drag queen on TV. I know y'all saw that shit, man. I don't know, man. I really don't like Shannon Sharp. I'm just gonna say it like it is. I don't like Shannon Sharp like that, man. A lot of people love him and stuff because he's for the so-called a part of the community, man. But Shannon Sharp be buck dancing too, man. Anyway, let's keep going.
Coach generated, and I'm calling out his son, Shadir Sanders.
Oh, you guys heard that, calling out Shedeur Sanders, because Shedeur Sanders is a phenomenal athlete, but all Shedeur Sanders is waiting to do is hold his watch up. He's waiting on the moment to go hold his watch up to say, yeah, I told you so. Don't you know you will lose? Like, you're not going to go your whole career not losing. Like, losses are just a part of the journey as the wins. And it just seems that he's gotten ahead of himself. I get it, the fame, the NIL money, you know, living up to prime time's son, being a star quarterback. You having your way right now, but you got to be able to calm yourself down, man, and just ball. Try your best to, you know, stay level-headed and focus more on the bigger picture, which is the NFL. And I'm glad that Stephen A. Smith is calling out Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders. And let me tell you guys this. Stephen A. Smith, he's been feeling this way, right? He's been feeling this way. He just feels like today, out of all days, he's like, yo, I just gotta tell the truth, right? And the problem is, a lot of people are starting to do that. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I said, yeah, they better stay hot, because the moment that they stop losing, everybody's going to be off of their bandwagon. I was watching Colin Cowherd today. He was like, hey, I think it's time for us to stop paying attention to Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders, because they're in the headlines for NIL. But Oklahoma and Oregon are in the news, in the headlines for football. It don't mean that their players aren't getting paid, but you could tell that the priorities are intact. And that's what Colin Cowherd called out today. It's no coincidence that all the sports shows are doing this now. And let me tell you guys something. The media is going to start to do this because it's going to become popular to just talk about their failure. Just as quick as the media will talk about your success, the media will talk about your failure. And Deion and Shedeur Sanders may just get a dose of that if they don't straighten this season out and finish out strong. You know what I mean? So it just comes with the territory, man.
I love and I think has star written all over him. But whether it was you or by accident, it was somebody on your social media team, you cannot have something being posted at halftime.
Posted at halftime? Man, I might have to make a video about that, because this is something that I didn't even know. Anybody know what Stephen A. Smith is talking about? Obviously, he's saying that somebody on his social media team leaked something at halftime. And that's another thing, man. These kids, man, like Deion Sanders, you got to go old school. Man, I tell these kids nothing should be recorded in my locker room, but this is what happens when you try to up your son's YouTube and put money in his pocket. I admire the play, Deion Sanders. What you're doing is making your kids get out here and earn their own money, NIL money, so they ain't got to ask you for shit. So I understand the hustle, brother. I really do. But if you don't want these type of leaks to happen in your locker room, man, get a grip, man. You got some got to give. Maybe you film on a day that's not a game day or something. I had no idea that there was a video leak. So obviously something went down that I need to research. But if you guys know, let me know in the comment section exactly what Stephen A. Smith is talking about.
A damn game. Tom Brady and your dad already joked with you about what you were driving around with and how you needed to be in the film room. Well, guess what?
Ja Morant, told y'all. Ja Morant, a hard head, make a soft behind. And Shedeur Sanders, like I said, man, he's a phenomenal talent. I don't think that he's a first or second rounder, in my opinion, because the NFL is very hard. You know what I mean? And it's all about the fit. But you know, like you're getting advice from Tom Brady, you're getting advice from Deion Sanders at the same time. You just may feel untouchable, and that's why I keep saying, man, like, hey, this has got Ja Morant written all over it. Once again, I'm not saying that he's going to be like Ja Morant, but you can have the same outcome, and the outcome is you being humbled. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying he's going to go out here and be having games, and I'm not saying he's going to be out here having guns and all that stuff, but I'm saying, like, you're moving real reckless right now, and whether you guys want to believe it or not, that's exactly what Stephen A. Smith is calling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, is your head in the game of football, or is your head in the game of what's on social media and who's doing your watch flicks? Because sometimes they can go to your head and make you focus on things that are less important. That's just my opinion, right?
Your daddy, and to the players on that squad, your coach is as much bravado as he had, as much swag as he had. He was the best on the planet.
Woo! Now, didn't I tell y'all that? Did I just say that in my last videos, I kept telling y'all, I said, yo, Deion Sanders could walk it like he talk it. I just said that. He could walk it like he talk it because he lived it. He was that guy. But I don't doubt that his sons can't do it. I don't doubt that Shador can't do it because Shiloh not that good to me. It's not impossible to live up. It's just there's a lot of distraction going on right now in Boulder, Colorado, and Deion Sanders has to fly under the radar right now. I mean, you guys see that the TV shows aren't doing all these Deion Sanders interviews like that no more, right? Right? What did Dan Lanning, the head coach from Oregon, say? He said the Cinderella story is over, and ever since that moment, they done died down in the media. And I told you guys that. One, they aren't winning, right? Two, this they guy. Deion Sanders is their guy. They're gonna do everything they can to protect him. You see it on Undisputed. You see that Stephen A. Smith is really holding back for love of Deion Sanders, man. And that's exactly what's going down. They're not going to bash Deion Sanders like that, but we can't literally get on these TV shows and act like we don't see what we're seeing. Somebody got to tell the truth. And I'm glad that Stephen A. Smith, out of all people, stepped up and called Deion Sanders and Shador Sanders out.
Week in and week out, you knew primetime Deion Sanders was the best probably ever. Y'all ain't on that level.
Thank God. Y'all aren't on that level. And somebody need to give these boys a slice of humble pie because these boys really out here feeling like they can walk it like they talking like they dad. No, he really can. I don't know what y'all got going on, but if you ever want to talk like your dad was able to talk, man, y'all got to show up. Because what I see does not support the mouth. What I see on the field does not transpire to how you guys are talking on social media at all. Deion Sanders, like I said, all glory go to him. He was a baller. But your sons, man, they not there yet. And that's the ugly truth. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. They just want to support what's popular. Like, you can't have no opinion about this shit. That's what make me mad. People who come out and speak like me get bashed and everybody got something to say. But hell, at least I'm telling my truth. I'm seeing things exactly the way Stephen A. Smith is calling it out. Stephen A. Smith just made a lot of valid points. He touched bases on a lot of things that I have been saying for the last few weeks, really ever since the season started for the Colorado Buffaloes. So kudos to Stephen A. Smith for being truthful and telling it like it is and calling these guys out, because somebody has to, like he said. You guys noticed that he said that in the end, right? Somebody has to. It just means that there are plenty of people getting drugged in the media for going against, Deion Sanders and giving a valid take on what they see. And Stephen A. Smith is one of those people who support them. You know what I mean? He's not going to come out and blatantly say it, but our eyes is not lying to us. So, you know what I mean? I just wanted to make this video because Stephen A. Smith, man, is literally telling the truth. So you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this, as Stephen A. Smith has broken his silence and came to, a conclusion that these guys need to shut the hell up and ball out. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know how you charge the game. Peace.